On February 4, 2025, President Trump unveiled a controversial proposal for the Gaza Strip. His plan, as it stands, would see the Palestinian population relocated, albeit temporarily, according to the White House. This would make way for a large-scale redevelopment project, with the aim of transforming the war-torn territory into a glittering tourist destination. Trump envisions a Riviera of the Middle East, a stark contrast to the devastation currently facing Gaza. The proposal also includes the unprecedented step of placing Gaza under U.S. administration, a move that has sent shockwaves through the international community. This dramatic shift in U.S. foreign policy comes after 16 months of intense Israeli military operations in Gaza. The conflict has resulted in a devastating humanitarian crisis, with over 47,000 Palestinian lives lost. While the Trump administration cites the dire situation as justification for their intervention, many view the proposal as a dangerous deviation from international law and established peacekeeping efforts. The proposal immediately sparked debate, raising questions about its feasibility and legality. Critics argue that forcing Palestinians from their homes, even temporarily, constitutes a violation of international law. There are also concerns about the long-term implications of placing Gaza under U.S. control, potentially further inflaming tensions in the region. The plan has been met with a mixed response, with some expressing cautious optimism, while others condemn it as unrealistic and potentially disastrous. The international community's response to Trump's Gaza proposal has been swift and largely negative. Major global powers, including Russia, China, Germany, and even traditional U.S. allies in the region like Saudi Arabia, have voiced their disapproval. They cite concerns about violations of international law and the potential for further destabilization in an already volatile region. European allies, many of whom have been vocal critics of Israeli settlements and military actions in Gaza, have reaffirmed their commitment to a two-state solution. They view Trump's proposal as undermining decades of international efforts to broker peace between Israel and Palestine. While international condemnation has been widespread, support for the proposal has been limited. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, while stopping short of a full endorsement, called the initiative remarkable. However, this lukewarm response from Israel, a key player in any future for Gaza, highlights the complexities and potential pitfalls of Trump's vision. The proposal has been particularly divisive in the Middle East. Turkey and Iran-backed groups, including Hamas, have vehemently condemned the plan, labeling it a blatant land grab and a violation of Palestinian rights. In the face of mounting criticism, the Trump administration has gone on the defensive, attempting to justify their controversial proposal. Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, in a heated press conference, characterized the plan as historic, outside-the-box thinking necessary to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. She emphasized that the relocation of Palestinians would be temporary, solely to facilitate reconstruction efforts, and not a permanent displacement. However, Leavitt's assurances have done little to quell the concerns of critics. The lack of concrete details surrounding the relocation process, including timelines and compensation for displaced Palestinians, has fueled skepticism and distrust. Furthermore, Leavitt's refusal to rule out the possibility of U.S. military deployment to Gaza has further inflamed tensions. Despite the widespread condemnation, key figures within the Trump administration, including Defense Secretary Hegseth and Secretary of State Rubio, have voiced their support for the proposal. They echo the president's sentiment that a bold, unconventional approach is needed to break the decades-long Israeli-Palestinian deadlock. However, their defense has been met with accusations of prioritizing political expediency over human rights and international law. Trump's Gaza proposal has ignited a firestorm of controversy, drawing sharp criticism from both the international community and within the United States. The plan has been labeled everything from unrealistic to downright dangerous, highlighting the deep divisions surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Public opinion polls reveal that a majority of Americans are wary of further foreign entanglements, particularly one that could potentially involve a significant military and financial commitment. This sentiment is reflected in the mixed reactions from U.S. lawmakers. While some Republicans have cautiously welcomed the proposal, albeit with reservations, Democrats have been overwhelmingly critical. Palestinian leaders and residents of Gaza have expressed outrage and defiance in response to Trump's proposal. They view it as a blatant attempt to strip them of their homeland and erase their presence from a region they have called home for generations. The Palestinian Authority has categorically rejected the plan, vowing to resist any attempt at forced displacement. Human rights groups have also condemned the proposal, arguing that the forced relocation of Palestinians would constitute a grave violation of international law, specifically the Geneva Conventions. The United Nations has expressed deep concern, with spokesperson Stéphane Dujarric going so far as to draw parallels between the proposed displacement and ethnic cleansing. As it stands, the future of Trump's Gaza proposal remains uncertain. The overwhelming international condemnation, coupled with the deep divisions within the U.S., casts doubt on its viability. However, the very fact that such a proposal has been put forward and defended by the U.S. administration marks a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape, the ramifications of which will continue to be felt for years to come.